You're pregnant too? Woot! It's a really crazy, exciting time. However, I know you want to be sane and safe while you're pregnant. I know. I get it. If you're pregnant or want to be, I'm sure you're curious about the healthiest way to bring baby into the world. I definitely have some tips for you, which will save you from reading those umpteen million books about raising healthy baby. So here's my list of do's and don'ts, very simple. The first thing you want to do is use green cleaning products. So if you haven't switched already, definitely do it now. Your baby can have its cell growth disrupted by the conventional cleaning products. There's a lot of chemicals in there, very, very dangerous for cell growth. And listen, you don't have to rush out to the store and buy a lot of expensive cleaning products. Honestly, vinegar and water is gonna take the place of about 15 of them, and I tell you, it works just as well. Now also, if you do like the convenience of some green cleaning products, here are a few of my favorites. Look for these special green cleaning products that are now hitting the market. They're getting smart and providing you the concentrate and the spray bottle, so you just add water. That's really saving you money and certainly saving the earth, because we're not paying for shipping 99% water cleaning products all over the world. My second do is dish up the fish. Just make sure it's low mercury fish. A lot of pregnant women cut down on fish too much when pregnant because they're afraid of the mercury, which harms baby's development. However, low mercury fish could really benefit baby due to the omega-3s, the vitamins, and the nutrients. Personally, I'm a pescatarian, and it's challenging but possible to find some really good fish. For example, this salmon here, wild caught, is from Costco. And it is tasty, 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 and one of the best fish around for being low mercury and high omega-3. And if you don't love salmon, you can find out what other fish are high in omega-3, low in mercury, and sustainably produced, so we can help save entire fish populations from collapse due to overfishing, right over here at EWG's website. Just search EWG Good Seafood Guide in our Professor Google, and he'll bring this site up. As you can see from my results, wild-caught Alaskan salmon is a slam dunk. Third, do practice safe skin, meaning be careful of what you put on your skin, because our skin absorbs 60% of what we put on it, and you want to make sure that you're not endangering your unborn baby's health with all the products that you may or may not be using. Many women think that if their doctor doesn't explicitly tell them to avoid something, it's probably safe. More and more research is actually linking BPA and phthalates to birth defects. And just because your doctor doesn't provide you a list and say, don't use these products, it really doesn't mean they're safe. In fact, it's kind of crazy to me that OBs all across the country aren't distributing this information. First thing in my list of don'ts is do not use synthetic fragrances. So the obvious one is perfume. Synthetic fragrances have been linked to birth defects definitively, especially when used in the first 12 weeks of gestation. Now, they can appear in, of course, perfumes, but also body washes, even those really yummy smelling candles like sugar cookies and waffle cones have these synthetic fragrances. The dirty secret here is that companies can call it their, signature scent and not have to release all of the nasty chemicals that are inside, even though it's definitely been linked to some health problems. So just avoid them. In fact, this is such a serious issue that in my OB's office, there is a sign asking women to please refrain from wearing fragrances to protect the health of the unborn fetuses. Now, the good products, like this one here, which just happens to be my favorite body wash from the Wonder Seed, says, no synthetic fragrances. That's the line you're looking for. Next, definitely don't wear deodorant with aluminum. You see, aluminum chloride hexahydrate is found in antiperspirant, and that's the stuff that keeps you from sweating. So like 99% of all the deodorants you find on the drugstore shelf has it. But here's the thing, aluminum is definitely linked to Alzheimer's, and it's also linked to birth defects. But the good news is we have finally found some good eco deodorants that actually work. Now they control the stink, not the wetness, but who cares if we're talking about a little wetness versus birth defects, right? Next, don't paint your nails, unless it's of course eco polish. But the reason for not painting your nails is because nail polish contains formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is also found in hair straightener and like eyelash glue, and it is definitely dangerous for you and for baby. In fact, the Environmental Protection Agency classifies it as a hazardous waste and requests that you dispose of it properly in a hazardous waste site. Most recently, I got turned on to these amazing polishes called Liqueur. Love the name. They're from London, USA. Check them out. Now, my toes have been painted for over 4 weeks actually, and it's still holding up great, even with lots of flip-flop wearing. Plus, they're truly free of every nasty chem and nail polish, unlike some of these other toxin-free polishes. Luckily for us, there are quite a few brands out there that are truly eco. So you can just go to EWG's Skin Deep database and search on how your favorites stack up. Lastly, don't use chemical sunscreens. Chemical sunscreens are actually made to penetrate the skin. There are a lot of what's on the market, and they are dangerous because, of course, what penetrates the skin goes into your bloodstream and into your unborn baby. These chemicals should definitely be avoided, but don't worry. They also have physical sunscreens. Now, the problem with some physical sunscreens is they can sit on top of your skin and then make you look like Casper the Ghost. However, here's the line I love, 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 Suntegrity. It's a physical sunscreen, so it's gonna stay on top of the skin, but somehow it doesn't make you look like a ghost. Now, this episode would not be complete about planning for your birth without talking about a birth plan, right? I used this free one from Earth Mama Angel Baby, and it was helpful actually because it got me familiar with all the choices you're going to be presented with before the panic of the big day. You just click the boxes and then it generates a document that you can print out and share with your doctor and the attending nurses at the hospital, if you're going the hospital route. Speaking of that, as much as I would have loved to have not been in the hospital and had a water birth, because of my age, it was recommended that in case I need some medical attention, that I be very close to it in the hospital. And it turns out that after 2 days of pushing, I needed an emergency C-section, so I was glad I was there. Every choice is different, and any choice is going to be good for you as long as the outcome is healthy baby. You know, in this day and age of midwives and doulas and birth plans, it is easy to lose sight of our ultimate goal with all these different expectations. So that's just a tip that I have, which is let go of your expectations and just really be hoping and praying for the healthy baby. But you are in control on what you put in your body and what you eat or you don't eat, so you can bake up a super healthy baby. If you like this video and you have some friends that are pregnant or thinking about becoming pregnant, remember, sharing is caring, so share the love. And make sure to pop over to genbtv.com and join the discussion. I'm sure it's going to be a meaty one. Until next time, rock on with your preggy, green, enlightened self. So here's my list of do's and don'ts. The first is let's just leave it.